Back again. Right. For some reason, I'm sitting here with Coops again, right? And for some reason, this guy wants to look up one of my phobias on his phone, right? And start like waving his phone in my face and being all big boy about it. And I don't know. Stop it. I don't know why. I'm looking.
Trypophobia. Trypophobia. Or the fear of holes. Trypophobia is an aversion or fear of clusters of small hole, bumps or patterns.
Yeah, but the thing
Look
is,
at it.
no. Oh, hang on a minute. I will. Hang on 1 second. I will.
It's the best way to feel afraid of snakes.
Now, keep the picture there. Hang on. Let me prepare myself because I really don't like this thing. But I'm gonna have a good look. All right, here we go. Ready? Oh, look at the tongue one, bruv.
Yeah.
Oh no,
That's not real. But it's not real.
No. But look at the hand.
Yeah, but it's not real.
Oh wow, bruv. Do you know the weird thing is? Yeah, I grew up eating crumpets. Yeah. Like I had no problem like eating a crumpet with butter. I just put jam on crumpets sometimes. Sometimes I put cheese on crumpets.
Look, you can see that's fake.
Oh no. Yeah, I got you. I can. Yeah. When you can see the fake thing, yeah, it's alright.
No, you can see that's fake. I can
like,
see her flesh underneath whatever it is
bruv.
she's got her hand covered in.
Yeah, but bruv, that's uncomfortable. Is that not uncomfortable? Oh wow, look at that.
I can see that. That's not real.
You know when some people got all them blackheads on their nose?
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
It's not real.
No, but it is. You see, these seed things don't bother me. Look at that. Oh, I get that. Look at that. No, because it is a thing. Wow.
It's fake.
Trypophobia. No, hang on. Yeah, trypophobia.
Yeah, that looks like a bad case of trench foot or something. Right?
Yeah, it's such a wow. Look at that face. It's a strange thing, fear, innit? Eh? It's not like it's a fear. It's like I don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying?
If anything, mango worms are not the worst, mate.
Mango worms.
You ever seen a mango worm?
Oh wow. Yeah. Oh look at the dog.
Yeah.
Wow. What's that come from? What's a mango worm? Anyway, why are we talking about this? We're supposed to be talking about games. Oh my lord. Stop this. Turn it away. Could you imagine if that was you? God. His shoulders, man. Yeah, enough of this. Oh, enough. Look
Just on the sole of their foot.
Yeah, that's not cool. I'm not up for that kind of viewing. I'm definitely not putting that in the video roll for this one.
No, that's absolutely bro.
Anyway, listen, apart from eating burritos, what have you been up to, man?
SSDD, man. SSDD, same shit, different day.
Yeah.
Same shit, different day.
Literally.
Yep.
So I'm sitting in your living room.
Again.
I have been on the visit. I've been on the rounds. One of the places I went to visit somebody in their house, their dog attacked me, but she's a lovely girl, and she come round in the end, but I really appreciate her. So while I was there, I was dealing with a dog attack. I'll give a shout out in a bit. And the other place I went to, the man had his beautiful child with him, sitting on the couch. It was lovely. So I've done the rounds. I'll be visiting other places of interest in the town. I'll be going to do a couple of these on the pier, talking to some intelligent beings and visiting a few magical, mystical wizards in their homes. Mr. Cooper, you know the kind of people that we know. We've got an eclectic group of people, huh? So we're going to go and detail their lives a bit for the peeps. I did want to talk to you about games, because I know that you are enjoying and becoming a little bit disenfranchised with certain things to do with the game world. But because we've been in it so long, we have such knowledge of these things.
What have I been gaming lately? I've been playing lots of like zombie games. I know it's getting to the time of Halloween and that, yeah. Playing lots of zombie games. State Decay, been one of them.
Is that a zombie game? Oh yeah.
Yeah, State Decay, like zombie survival game. You have build like a little community and stuff. You got to go out and get supplies. One of them basic, yeah. Like, yeah, like just survive out, get the horde and that. Not really much. Really, apart from that, just playing some zombie games.
Weren't you playing GTA?
Oh yeah, I was playing that. What's the other zombie game that I got into? Back 4 Blood, the new Back 4 Blood. It's like Left 4 Dead.
Know.
Yeah,
I remember Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, it's
I
like
remember
Left 4
my kids
Dead,
being
Back 4
scared of the cover.
Yeah, if you play Left 4 Dead, you play Back 4 Blood. You're gonna recognise immediately what you're doing, how you're doing it. Yeah.
I miss gaming, man. It's definitely a good release for me. I know it sounds silly, but it is a nice thing to do, to immerse yourself in the world. I used to love.
So many people game around the world, bruv. It's
Oh
unbelievable.
come on! It's the esports.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! There's people earning millions, probably billions now. These things. I don't know what it's about, but I know my kids are really, really good at it.
Oh,
So let's see.
hand-eye coordination. Man.
Should you? Yeah, here's a question for you. In your living room, if your children show interest in like gaming, and they're and you notice that they're very good at it, and potentially could make a career out of it, should you like push it? Should you push kids into and help them game, get them the bits and pieces? I mean, we know how easy it is to make a YouTube channel.
No.
You don't think that it's a potential source of money?
No, not like that. And I do appreciate there are loads of people out there that do earn a living from it, but as much as I'm a new age kind of guy, no, I'm very old fashioned. But there are many applications or potential future applications that people are not unaware of yet, or they might be aware of, and all this kind of stuff.
Sure.
For the kind of skill sets that can come from gaming. Yeah. We look at drone operating, but even drone operations being taken away now to like predators and stuff. Like them kind of Reaper drones, they used to have human operators. Nowadays, it's all being taken over computer systems. So unless it comes in some kind of operational capacity, like apart from the latent skills that it can bring a younger person for their future, like for example,
Hand-eye coordination,
twitch thinking skills, critical thinking skills. These have to be also placed they have to be worked in conjunction with something else, like physicality, like a physical aspect of life that everyone needs, like be it cooking food to building a house to wiring up the electric. It doesn't matter. People have to have some kind of base skill.
I got you.
How can you be? Yeah.
No, yeah, you're on the realist level, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a realist.
Because these are the things. I mean, it's all great to think about the future, yeah.
What's the gamer gonna do when the electric goes out?
Nah, I feel that. Yeah, you need them real world skills, and you get them from
All gaming is just like you have extra time. Look at me, I've got this much extra time in my life that I can exist as a different person somewhere else. I have that much free time in my life. That's
privilege, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not going to get into privilege and like
Jesus Christ.
But that's all that is I
blasphemy.
have this much time in my life, this much spare time that I can dedicate it to doing this other thing, this living in this fantasy life. I have this much time. That's all it is. Like that's what you're going to do when the power goes out. In a world full of thinkers, nothing can be done, bro.
We come to the point of what's mightier then, the sword or the pen?
Whoever wrote that obviously never met modern automatic weapons, bro. Let's be real.
It's true. I mean, I've had to in my life, through the many people I've been, remind people of that.
What? Gaming professionally?
No, remind people of the fact the sword is mightier than pen.
Yeah, because it could chop off the hand.
Yeah, because it can literally. Yep. I mean, it's that's the natural reality of the ape body. Yeah. But in regard to gaming.
But look, don't get me wrong. I'm going to put it. I'm a gamer. I'm a casual gaming hobbyist. Yeah.
Yeah, but you've put time in, man. You're what's your gamer score?
It was quite low. It's 148,000 something.
No, it's not. It's
150,000, 148,000, 150,000.
Nah, it's more than that.
No.
Last time I looked, it was more than that.
No, I stopped.
Good. I'm glad you stopped. But by the way, that's not. Mine's like it's been 39,000 for
Like
about
a record of addiction.
4 years. It is a record of addiction. Yes. It is an addiction, but it has its unhealthy sides. we just explored its benefits in our future jobs,
Look,
you know, in areas of.
My gamer score makes me out to be a broad gamer. I'm not that guy that spent 17 days, 19 hours, 57 minutes and 37 seconds in the multiplayer lobbies of one particular game. So in that one particular game, that person's way much better at that particular game. I play a broad amount of games, and that's what my game score represents.
I wish there was a. Is there a? Because what our favoured operating system is
the sexy box.
The sex box itself. No offence to the PlayStation players.
Yeah, there are people out there who are far better than me at this. But remember this, look. I am.
Like that one thing.
I'm unaugmented. What I mean by that is I don't take these caffeine pills. I don't drink this energy drinks. I don't have 10 sugars in my tea. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't take all these like.
We hear horror stories about them places. Yeah. Places out in Asia. I'm not saying anywhere in particular, but there's places in there where people.
Even here in England,
go there for 2 weeks.
Even here in England and the United States, and that you see people and like, I'm unaugmented as well. Yeah. Like I say, I don't spend 19 days in the multiplayer lobbies of one particular game. I'll spend 19 days in 100 different games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, as a gamer growing up, because I've got a short attention span. Back in the day, there were, you know, not many games were released with Super Nintendos and the original NES.
There's
you know,
Sega Master System.
That was my first. Master System was my first one.
Master System 1 as well. There was 2 Master Systems. Master System 1, Master System 2. First one had card games, man.
I had the Master System, the original Master System called Alex Kidd. I think my favourite game on that system was I think Wonder Boy. Remember Wonder Boy?
Yeah, Wonder Boy Monsterland.
Yeah, that's my favourite on there. Yeah, I didn't do the NES. I went straight to the Master System. Got the Master System, then dodged the Mega Drive, but all my mates had it. Dodged the Mega Drive and I got the Super Nintendo because none of my mates had it. That's the way I worked. And then from Super Nintendo to PlayStation 1. Then from PlayStation 1 to the original Xbox One. What you found here? Oh yeah, the cards.
F-16 Fighting Falcon, the Sega card, bro.
Yeah, man. Look at that. I'll have to find some. I'll get some screenshots, put it on the video roll for that one.
But I remember games like that, bro.
Do you remember going to game shops? Yeah. But look, before there was talk about game shops, like people just download things now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go to what is it called, CEX, Sex, whatever they call that shit. Yeah. You can go there and get some stuff, but it's always cheaper, you know, on the game store or whatever. Yeah. It always works out cheaper there anyway. But back in the day, you used to have to get games from like PC stores. Yeah. And I mean, like before, you could go and get it in Blockbuster. Because I remember going to Blockbuster renting a game for how long? You used to rent a game for 5 days, wasn't it?
3 or 5 days, yeah.
Yeah, 3 or 5 days of Blockbuster. You used to smash it out, get the achievements for it, and go and put it back.
No achievements, just complete the game.
Oh, not even back then. And just try and complete the game.
Yeah, mate. Games often didn't come with difficulty settings.
Yeah, sometimes. And do you know what? Sometimes I used to get a game from Blockbuster and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I remember that. Yeah, games that didn't work, bro.
Yeah, I was so pissed. Especially like on a Saturday. You got on a Saturday, it weren't open again until like the Monday.
Yeah.
Everything used to be shut on the Sunday. Remember that? But I remember when I used to play gaming, PC games. You know, before I had a console, even. That's where I first played Monkey Island. Yeah, and Return of Monkey Island and that. They remastered it, didn't they, and brought it out. I played all that on the Xbox. Come and join me live on Xbox anytime you want.
You know what I miss from games?
Preacher 369.
You know what I miss from video games?
What?
Instruction manuals.
Instruction manual. They used to put cheats in the back. Do you remember?
Instruction manuals, bro.
They used to put cheats.
Games Master, bro.
Do you remember the Sega instruction manuals always were white with they had like a grid. Remember, like a light grey grid on every page, man.
Well, that's what I miss. I miss game manuals, instruction manuals, bro. They don't come with shit like that no more.
Unless they cut the pages out, man, and put them blue tack onto my wall.
Yeah, pictures.
Yeah, man. Gaming of the past. Like I was saying, I used to have to go into. Check this, Coops. I remember going into a computer shop, and it was, you know, full of computer shops. You know, it was just somewhere you took your computer to be fixed, your PC to be fixed, yeah. And they'd have these boxes, like cardboard boxes, on like shelves on the wall, Like you'd walk into a place, there'd be some sweaty guy with glasses on whose job, you know, some IT. Then we're talking late 80s, early 90s, yeah. And like I had a computer at the time that was had a 5.25 inch floppy disk.
Oh.
Yeah, and a 3.5 inch floppy disk.
I remember 3.5.
You remember 3.5, but yeah, there was a 5.25 as well.
Big one.
Yeah, it was like, you know,
paper.
like this, and it was like it made a noise like a wobble sheet, like some.
Jake the Snake, wiggle, wobble, wibble, wibble.
I forget what the guy's name with the
Rolf
wobble
Harris,
sheet. Rolf
man.
Harris, yeah, that's the one. I was going to go into the other
I knew
thing.
instantly, man. Jake
Yeah,
the
man.
Snake, bro.
Jake the Snake. So I remember going into this spot, yeah, and at the back, they had all the flight simulators. Yeah, you used to get the F117A flight simulator for the PC there.
Yeah.
The stealth bomber one, that was a good one. I used to like that. I didn't like landing in it. It was technical, but I liked all the ops and things like Elite. Yeah. Elite was the game that they had in. What was the film? The Elite was it the game?
Oh, I don't
Go
know.
on, I know, I've got it here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Last Starfighter. Had that on the PC. But at the back of this store, man, they had shelves and it said adult
Games.
Adult games.
Yeah, adult games.
For the PC. And like the PC graphics, I'm talking like CGA, EGA, VGA screens. This is some basic stuff. You know, stuff that had to scroll up and that, and it'd be, you know, pixelated, you know. I don't know the rate back then. But in this dark section at the back of this place was a game called Leisure Suit Larry.
I remember Leisure Suit Larry. Remember that?
It's the only game that I played on the PC that asked your age. When you, as you entered the game, it said, "Are you over 18?" And all you had to do
click yes.
was press yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I played that game.
Whoever clicked no?
I don't know. So what was after you? What was your first console?
Oh, that's a question, isn't it? I'm gonna say it was probably like a Commodore 64 or like
Oh wow, you're going there.
old Amiga, something like that. Yeah.
Well, you had keyboards on them, yeah.
Yeah. The whole computer was a keyboard, bro. You had to plug it into the telly or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Amiga, yeah.
I remember having tapes at one point. Games on tapes.
Spectrums,
Yeah.
Sinclair Spectrum.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, you used to go.
Yeah, I remember
Or
having,
fizz up around the
I
screen.
remember having tapes at one point. Yeah.
That was some loading time, bro.
Yeah.
Just to play Super Bomber Man.
What was the one? Yes.
Super Jack Man, was it?
Bomb Jacks.
Bomb Jack Man. Ah, damn it, yeah, Bomb Jack. Damn.
Yeah, Bomb Jack.
God, I remember that, mate. I used to wait for time. You used to have to load tape after tape. Remember?
Yeah.
Just to play some story game.
Yeah,
there's a road north.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a clear. Yeah, there's a path north, path west. All that business. There's a wizard. Come on. It went from that. What? So from what? Tape and keyboard stuff.
The first one I probably had was a Nintendo, the original Nintendo with the
Well, the
cartridges. Yeah, the NES. Yeah.
The oblong.
Yeah,
Well, that's a
the
word.
box.
Oblong.
Oblong box. Yeah. Then it was like I had a Sega.
But I mean, the controller. That was that. I've got a belt with that controller on it. You know them.
You know the irony, right? So back in the day, my parents would have bought like I remember getting a Sega Mega Drive for my birthday once.
That's big.
That'd be the equivalent of me buying my son an Xbox.
Let's get school shoes for my birthday.
Yeah. Know what I mean?
Yeah. That's money.
Good money.
I said before on the podcast about getting my Super Nintendo and how big that was for me.
Yeah.
But it cost money. You know what I mean? Back
Yeah,
then.
I had the poor person one. I had the Sega, bro. I didn't have the Super Nintendo.
I thought that the Sega was more expensive, man. I'm sure
No.
Sega was more expensive. No, you're right. No, it was. I think I can remember it was 120 quid. Yeah, I think it was 120 quid the Super Street Fighter version. Yeah. But I mean, Super Street Fighter is something I played all the time. Obviously in the arcade.
Yeah.
And at home, played it to death. You know,
That,
I
the
completed it
original
on
Mortal
hard. Yeah. No, bruv. I did not do Mortal Kombat.
Yep, the original Mortal Kombat.
I played it in the arcade, but not at home because that was on the Sega, right?
I think
I'm sure it was on the Sega.
there was loads
I
of
don't
fighting games I played growing up in the arcades, bro. Like loads of them. They were just random ones, like Samurai Showdown, like all that kind of stuff. I remember playing some mad games, bro.
It was the Neo Geo, right?
Yeah.
That was
Neo
the one.
Geo.
That was the arcade drop. That was the machine in the arcade machine.
Neo Geo, yeah.
Yeah. To have one of them was glorious in the day. That would have been a few pennies, like the Philips CDI.
Oh, damn, I remember that, playing the golf.
I'm going into Tandy's. Do you remember Tandy's?
Mm-hmm.
Used to go to Tandy's. They had keyboards and electronic drum kits in
Playing
there.
video golf, mate.
Drone, aeroplanes and helicopters. Yeah, and you used to have a Philips CDI and there with a golf game on it, man. You probably went to the same place.
Okay. Remember playing that, bro. Remember playing that, mate.
That was when, like, games, they were looked down on, man. No, and I'm not sure if there is truth to this, but people said that, you know, playing violent games would lead to kids being violent, and, you know, there was a lot of fear with gaming, and now it's become a lot more, you know, acceptable.
I mean, look, in the same vein that they used to say that marijuana made, like, the Mexican or the black man lust after white people.
Wow, you going deep.
When it comes to video games like Grand Theft Auto, Manhunt, Hitman, these kind of things, and we're talking around maybe the PlayStation generation, PlayStation 2 type of era, right?
Yeah.
Problem was, just like religion, just like a lot of things, a lot of malfeasant people attach and attribute what they're doing to these kind of things. But, like, for example, a kid can only say that the video game made me stab my mate because he's heard adults around him saying, all them violent video games that he played must have made him do it.
Yeah. In his zeitgeist.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's the same with video games and violent video games or graphic content in games. Like, you know, look, I agree with the age classification of games, for example. I don't agree with young impressionable minds like 7, 8, 9 playing games like Grand Theft Auto where the whole premise of the game is to live in a I don't agree with that, but I understand. I play any kind of GTA game like Grand Theft Auto, for example. I play online. I guarantee you 9 out of 10 lobbies there's some underage kid playing the game. Now I get it. I get it. Your mum bought you that game, dad bought you that game, irrelevant. It's just GTA, but
they got you them games to shut you up.
Yeah. Right. So then you go out and kill someone. You can't blame that game, but the game can potentially be blamed. Yeah. It's just like, look.
What a tricky sitch.
I remember sitting there playing one of these first-person shooters once, right?
Yeah.
And I said to someone who was with me when I was playing that, I said, look, what it's doing, I said, is it showing people who have never had access to a firearm. It's showing them how to identify a firearm, how to potentially use the firearm, and how to reload it. It's teaching them the real basic mechanics of how to operate a firearm, right? Subconsciously.
What's the biggest culprit in regard to a game for that? Do you think?
I'm not going to say.
I'd say Call of Duty.
I'm not going to say things like that, right? But what it doesn't show you, as someone who's been trained with firearms, for example, is it doesn't show you how to maintain and correctly operate this weapon system. It doesn't teach you how to hold the system and use it. You know, that's the problem. It just teaches you the classification of how to pick it up. But what it also teaches you is the disposability. You play a game you play a PvP match, you're probably going to die 10, 20 times maybe. Yeah, in reality you can die once. But the video game, you're playing a video game, right? Yeah. So you're shooting people with this assault rifle. It looks like a real thing, but it's not really a real thing. But it is a real thing, and it's real in the recognition that you'll pick one up in real life and understand how to use it. Yeah. So what it's doing is subconsciously it's training people. It's making firearms acceptable. Because your kid runs around for 8 hours a day after school shooting people with a digital assault rifle in a digital environment, and they kill hundreds of people, and they get killed hundreds of times. Yeah.
And the games that make it real, do you think they're worse? You know, like, because there's some games, say like Fortnite and stuff like that. It's kind of comic-y.
It makes life disposable to some degree.
But that's up to the parents to you know, control the amount of time and content there.
But here's the thing, right? So that I can't always be there and watch every YouTube video my son watches on YouTube, right? But I know,
I played Leisure Suit Larry.
And I played some games growing up and that. So I don't let my child play violent video games like Grand Theft Auto, right?
Of course not.
I don't allow that. You know. So the argument can be put.
We both got kids and they both and they all game, right?
The argument could be put that someone who's impressionable could blame what they've seen on a video game. Like, one of the things about military training is they take you to the range and they make you shoot a target. because when it comes to that time where you've got point your assault rifle at a real person and pull the trigger, yeah, you know what you're doing, but also for that fraction of a second you're applying pressure to the trigger. You're shooting at a paper target on the range for a second. Once you pulled the trigger, the rest you've got to deal with. But for that split second, and that's what they train you for, when you train all the time to shoot targets. So in that real time is when you shoot at one person. For that second you don't see a person, you see a target, because the targets are shaped like people. It desensitizes you to it. This can be the argument. So we understand there are real world
describe
phenomena.
what you mean by that, though. Describe the dynamics behind what that is.
So in the military, for example, they teach you to shoot at targets, and first off, they're just normal targets you would imagine, circles. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're on the range, and
then the targets change shape. There'll be a silhouette of a person.
I got you.
Yeah.
You're talking like a desensitization
and
process.
Different figures of target will be a different magnification of a silhouette of a person. So like a figure 9, for example, might be a dude's chest, shoulders and head.
Sure.
But a figure 11 might be just the head of the dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super close.
Yeah, super close. So like this taught to shoot different targets. Now you always know what you're training to do. You always understand why you're practicing to do this.
Well, sure, shit, you do.
Shoot someone in real life,
yes.
Yeah, but you don't want to have to do that. But you did because you got to do it, so blah blah blah, whatever the means of being, right?
Yes.
So when it comes to the situation of you raising that weapon system and engaging someone in a hostile, combative way, for that split second when you're engaging with that person, they stop. The first time, I don't care. They stop being a person for that second. When you look down the SUSAT and you see them in the foresight, pull the trigger, bang. For that second, you're back on the range in wherever you are,
seeing
a target.
That's interesting, huh? And so basic.
We understand that these real world these real world situations come from these phenomena. So if you expose a child to games like Manhunt, for example, if you expose a young impressionable mind to a game where the main purpose is to go around stabbing people in the eyes with bits of broken glass and cutting off heads with.
Do you remember that you had to put a plastic bag over someone's head and drag them, suffocate?
And then I remember cutting off that head with piano wire, sticking it in the plastic bag and throwing it through the window of a trailer in a murky fucking breakers yard.
That got banned, right?
Yeah,
that got banned.
Yeah. So this is what I mean. The content that kids are exposed to. Now, to touch it back on YouTube, I can't be there with my son watching YouTube videos all the time, and I know that sometimes malicious people pause the videos and they'll insert. I read one about a person with the Momo and shit, but I remember that one recently where they're in the middle of this Peppa Pig video or something. It had been paused, and they put a perfect a tutorial on how to slit your wrist.
Yes.
In a kid's video.
Yeah. I know. I remember there was a big spate of I think it was Russian bots putting stuff out in the middle of Peppa Pig. I can't control that content that my son watches, but I can definitely. There's safeguards on YouTube.
I can definitely control the content of my son when it comes to playing video games. So like I say, I'm not going to give him games like Manhunt or any game that has like real graphic violence in it. Any game that can desensitize another person in my son's eyes. If you're exposed to violence for 8 hours a day, you're going to be more accepting to be violent.
You're overwatching him. You're overseeing like what he, the boundaries of which he can explore, on the computer, and making sure that he's not going to be playing anything. Yeah. There's nothing mind-bending that's going to affect him emotionally or change his growth.
Yeah, he might play one of them other block type games and fall off a mountain 20 times because some dude's run past him. But I get that. That's cool.
In a way, it kind of teaches kids how to fail.
I'm not going to teach him to sit on some roof. I'm not going to give him a video game where he learns to sit on some rooftop with a high-powered optical rifle assassinating digital targets. That's not what it's about.
No, it's gaming. Yeah. It's got twisted a little bit.
To me, that's gaming. That's a tactical strategy game.
Them games do come with an age classification.
But like I say, you put on any 18+ game, brother, I guarantee you in the multiplayer lobbies you will find people under the age of the classification of the game.
Sure
100%.
I explained it to my kids in any age classification, be it in the movies or in games. I explained it this way. When they ask, can I play this game, I'm like, well, let me tell you something. You're not ready to play this game. It's got this age thing. Means that your brain isn't ready for this content, and they understand that and they're cool with that.
I might let my son sit up when he's 9 or 10 and maybe watch Alien on the sofa with me in the dark one night, rather than going to bed early. But I'm definitely not going to let my son sit on the sofa with me at 10 o'clock at night and watch fucking Saw or something or Final Destination.
Hell no to that.
Do you see? There's a difference, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So gaming has got its uses.
Yeah, of course. Like, don't get me wrong. I get it, right? It's to many people many different things, yeah. Especially with the connectivity of gaming nowadays. Like, look, I put on any online multiplayer game, and I can be connected with anyone in the world, right? There are toxic people out there. There are people that play up to the anonymity of it, but there are also some genuine people out there as well. And this is the beauty of it, yeah. So for me personally, not only is it my hobby, like I apply myself to that, and I think about things in tactical ways that serve no other purpose in my life at the moment. But in this digital world, commanding these armies and that's cool. That's me. That's occupying my brain in ways that
Tactical thinking.
Yeah.
Critical thinking.
You know.
Threat assessment. Divulgence of responsibility. You know, and you can work with other people via headset. Cooperative battles and things. It's definitely a medicinal kind of therapy.
Not only that, right? But like, I mean,
for the right person. There's some tragedies involved in gaming.
Yeah, but I meet a lot of people who are sick as well. I'll use that analogy. Like, there are people who have various ailments.
Oh, you mean in the gaming world?
In the gaming world, yeah. So people who don't, or people who suffer terribly with like anxiety.
Oh, sure.
Like
I
these
get
kind
what you
of stuff.
mean.
Yeah. But through because of that anonymity of the console or computer system that we're through, these people are quite comfortable in that environment. So
in
you know
equal
what?
Environment.
More power. If you want to put a headset on to talk to some dude from the other side of the world, because you don't feel comfortable in going out, you come talk to me digitally, but it's finding me.
People think that there's finding you. Yeah,
it's finding me. But that's everyone finds anyone.
Well, you should give out your gamer tag.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah. I'm still Preacher 369.
That's cool.
People see my friends list anyway. But anyway, so medicinal gaming, yeah. It does help people, especially people that have got disabilities and such, to level out, and we can go on about.
But I also see the negatives of it, right? I also see the negatives of it. So I know people out there, and I'm not gonna, like I said, I try not to name names and point fingers. So we're going to be real vague and real broad about it.
You were definitely pointing a finger then. You pointed at your fireplace.
I know individuals who in my life who live around me, and these people, like, they live around, like they live in your vicinity. Live in my vicinity, right? And they don't work. They don't do jobs. Not through like their problems getting work, but they choose not to work. They choose to do this. They choose, and like, gaming's bad in that capacity because it's enslaved them. It's given them something where they can spend 8 hours a day and not
they're
go out
equal
and do
like
something.
everybody else.
In that world, they're equal. So rather than going out and getting a job in Tesco's,
interesting.
Rather than going out and getting a job in Tesco's, rather than going and get a job in Tesco's, you now have some way to escape your reality for 8 hours a day until you go to bed and then wake up again the next day for 3 weeks until you get your next JSA or whatever it is people claim nowadays. You know what I mean? So I know both ends of the spectrum. I know people that do it. I know people that deliberately go onto multiplayer like lobbies just to be toxic and horrible to other people, when in reality in their real life they would never be like this as well. You know, so I meet all sorts. I know all people when it comes to gaming as well.
In the gaming world, in the gaming platforms, you know, all the stuff that everything that exists around gaming. At the forums, you know, the conversations, the online capacity, be it any gaming platform, I think it's Steam stuff now, whatever the hell. But you know, mostly Xbox, PlayStation, I presume. I know there's a lot of hate and a lot of toxicity, but I wonder if it's a more peaceful community now, really, when you look at it, than the, say, social media community. There's so much hate, like there's actual politics involved in social media.
I think they're both the same.
But in gaming it seems to be a lot more community based. It seems to be a lot calmer. You know, it's that people are working out businesses based around it. I know there's toxicity around it, and kids get, you know, calling each other some terrible names.
Facebook generates more money than Xbox.
That's undoubtable. You know, 100%. But still, gaming exists. You know, it's paradox as always. But what you know, before we end, what I want to really talk about is like the history of it for you, and I want you to describe, you know, some of the games that you remember, you know, from like, and the rare ones. I'm talking like you know, Toe Jam, and I want to, you know, we've talked about this loads, and I just want to document it because, you know, it's one of them conversations that we have.
I suppose like
And, you know, Desert Strike and
yeah, but see, like Desert Strike, Jungle Strike, all them kind of games, Urban Strike and that, they're all like not, it's not that people don't know about them, right? But they're like, people know about them, yeah.
some people remember them. It's their childhood, man.
Yeah. But like, I'm on about real, like, I used to play like,
Turok.
oh, way before Turok, like, here's one, like the original XCOM Enemy Unknown.
I get you.
Yeah.
I remember you touting that years ago to me, man.
What else did it, like, what kind of games got me, like, really the obscure one? What, Doom, the Battle for Arrakis.
Oh yeah, man. Of course, yeah. I was in love with the whole everything to do with Doom.
Yeah, Doom, the Battle for Arrakis.
Next podcast, I'll put a shout out for the next podcast. Possibly, can I put a suggestion in the suggestion box, please, Mexican Lord?
Like original Diablo. That was
Diablo.
one.
Yeah, but can we talk about like science fiction books and shit?
Oh yeah, go on.
Movies next time.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. Who? So what was it?
Diablo.
Yeah, Diablo.
Yeah, a lot of PC games, that kind of stuff. But a lot of people know about all these kind of games. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Altered Beast.
Altered Beast, Sega. Yeah, I remember playing that.
Altered Beast, man.
Yeah, that was a game.
What could you change? What was the things you changed? You were a man?
Oh, you was man, you was a dragon, you was a werewolf, you was like some tiger dude that used to knee across the... I always thought that the tiger kneeing across the screen was Sagat. Tiger knee.
Oh, wow.
Tiger knee, there you go. Yeah.
Wow, I wonder if that come from there. I love Sagat. Sagat was modelled after a real guy, apparently. Tung Po.
Tung Po, yeah. Yeah, you know, he really was as well, wasn't he? Yeah, Sagat was a real dude, mate. Yeah.
Tung Po. And God knows who Dao Sim was. Dao Sim was the trickiest character, man. If you could like play as Dao Sim and teleport yogurt.
You don't even want to say words like that. There are people out there that Master Dao Sim, rough.
Yeah, I know. I played them online.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this: you want to go somewhere where it's inevitable you're gonna get your ass kicked. It's Street Fighter online. That's some heavy duty players out there. There ain't no difficulty setting there. Like, you know what I mean? You ramp yourself up, and you're gonna be getting whooped.
You're gonna get caught.
There ain't no casual gaming on that one. Street Fighter's the best though. Wow, I just saw the time. Every time I come around there, it's late. Hey, listen, we'll finish talk about games another time. But for now, Coops, is it time to go?
The evening is upon us, good sir.
Yeah, man, it's late.
Yeah.
What is the actual time, brother?
2:15 in the morning.
Dang. Alright, sleep well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, have a lovely evening wherever you are. Thank you for listening to the random ramblings of the two idiots.
Couldn't put it better myself. Alright, peace, man.
Bless.
Preacher Productions.